This morning, police are asking for your help tracking down the driver responsible in a deadly hit and run.
Yeah, we first brought you the story yesterday's breaking news.
The driver struck and killed a 26-year-old road worker.
Now, the tragedy happened on I-94 near 9 Mile in St. Clair Shores. That's where we find 7 Action News reporter Jen Shantz. And Jen, what sort of evidence do police have right now to aid them in their search for this driver?
Well, Keenan, not as much as they would like, of course, because at this point in time, they do not have any eyewitnesses to this deadly crash, which, as you mentioned, happened yesterday afternoon around 3:15 on the eastbound lanes of I-94 just before 9 Mile. Now, Michigan State Police say they have gotten some tips in already describing a white-colored box truck. That vehicle would have extensive front end or side damage.
There was a large amount of traffic that was out there at the time of the incident that occurred, so somebody had to kind of see something.
It's what police are hoping for after a 26-year-old road worker from Chesterfield was killed instantly, they say, after a vehicle struck him just before East 9 Mile on I-94 Monday afternoon. State police say it happened as the man was near an orange service truck.
It looks like it was just a side swipe type hit by one vehicle. One of the members of the crew said that he heard a thump, and as soon as he turned around, that's when he noted that his co-worker was laying on the ground.
This avoidable tragedy, an important reminder, MDOT says, to be mindful of the men and women who work on our roadways.
Just, it hurts a lot. Both hands on the wheel, both eyes on the road, and that is the only thing you should be doing when you're driving, because you truly are risking people's lives.
It is possible, according to state police, that the suspected driver didn't realize they'd hit someone. That's why it's so important, they say, to find them and speak with them. Police are asking anyone who may have seen something to report it using the MSP mobile app or by calling 313-237-2450. Lieutenant Mike Shaw telling us yesterday they'd already received some calls.
A lot of them are describing a white in color box truck that may have been involved in this incident, but I don't want anybody to narrow their focus to that. We are looking for witnesses that actually saw the crash if possible.
Now, Jen, the timing of this crash was just before rush hour. Do police think that'll help or hurt their chances of finding an eyewitness?
Well, they hope that it does help, Keenan. You heard Lieutenant Mike Shaw say in the beginning of our story that there was a lot of traffic out on I-94 at the time of this deadly crash. So they are hoping that people will rack their brains and try to remember if they were out and about driving in or around St. Clair Shores around 3:15 yesterday. And even if you weren't in this area, if you happened to see a white-colored box truck with extensive front end or side damage, call that number that was listed on your screen. It's also on our website, WXYZ.com. We're also learning that road worker, 26 years old, was only on the job for 6 months. We're live this morning in St. Clair Shores. Keenan?